Well, good evening, everybody. Just touching base here. Um, I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about MAID. For those of you that don't know, MAID stands for Medical Assistance in Dying. This is basically assisted suicide. Um, but if you're watching this, you're probably Christian and you have strong opinions against the MAID program in Canada. We've already seen this rolled out in Holland and Japan and other countries, and we've seen where this has gone. And the federal government is looking at expanding MAID to include mental illness. And as I was researching this, I also saw some cases where people have even been approved for MAID for things like anxiety, if you can imagine. So I can't even believe we're having this conversation, quite honestly. This is just unthinkable. But just 10 days ago, the Alberta government introduced Bill 18, and it's called the Safeguard for Last Resort Termination of Life Act. And Alberta is the first province in Canada to push back meaningfully against MAID, against this federal program. So Premier Danielle Smith of Alberta and her government, they're proposing to limit MAID in certain cases, and it's a dent. It's a good dent. They also want to stop MAID when mental illness is the sole underlying condition. I'm going to bring up the graphic here that kind of outlines it. It's MAID protections for Albertans. They want to prohibit MAID in Alberta to those under 18 and for those whose sole condition is a mental illness. They want to limit MAID eligibility to those whose natural death is reasonably foreseeable, and they want to prohibit MAID where a natural death is not reasonably foreseeable. And the other thing they want to do is they also want to stop doctors from proactively suggesting MAID and protect faith-based facilities. And if I could, I'm just going to read from Psalm 139, 13 and 14. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Every life is precious. Every life to God, even in suffering. Jesus does not abandon his sheep. He walks with us. John 10:10 says, the thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. And MAID, while presented as compassion, risks becoming a shortcut that devalues the vulnerable, the elderly, and those battling mental illness. This is a moment to pray for wisdom for those that are suffering and thinking about this, for our political leaders, for this entire program in general. If this has stirred your heart, I encourage you to drop a comment, like, share, subscribe. This is eugenics. That's what this really is. You can put all kinds of flowery language around it, but it still boils down to just murder. That's tough language, but it needs to be. It absolutely needs to be to drive this point home. So that's my take tonight. I'm going to come back with you with more tomorrow. Everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you all again soon.